time now for some 814 Good. We have Erica Maurer here now joining the show. Hello. Erica, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
If the last name sounds familiar, that's because she is Maddie's mom. You must be so proud of her.
We are proud of her.
Yes, yeah, of course, yeah. But Erica's here to talk about the Central PA Food Bank. Erica got a new exciting thing that's coming early next year. But first, if you want to just tell us a little bit about what you guys do.
Sure. So Central Pennsylvania Food Bank is a member food bank of Feeding Pennsylvania and the Feeding America Network. And so what we do is we serve 1,100 agencies throughout the 27 counties in central Pennsylvania. These agencies are pantries, soup kitchens, mobile distributions, youth programs, military shares. And so our job is to work to support them so that they can serve those who are in need.
Okay, and then you guys had 2 healthy hubs, I believe, in Harrisburg and Williamsport.
Yes, we do.
And now you're adding a third one that's going to be here in the 814.
Yes, right in Hollidaysburg on Scotch Valley Road. We'll be working out of the same building as the American Rescue Workers, and we'll be hopefully able to better serve the partners that are in this county as well as the surrounding area. So
what exactly is going to go on there? Like, how is that going to help people, basically who don't have access to maybe, food right now?
One of the things I'm hoping as the Ag Acquisition Manager that I'm going to be able to connect with farmers in this area who have produce, proteins, or even dairy that they're processing, so that maybe when they have excess or they're not able to sell, they don't have a market for that product, that I can be part of a risk management plan for them. So we're able to then work with them on a price for their product. They don't lose out on a product that doesn't have a market. And then we're able to move it to the people who are in need in this community. And, we really believe that no one should be hungry. And that is our goal and our mission, is to make sure everybody has access to nutritious and healthy foods.
Of course, yeah, and a big population in this area is military members and veterans. And you actually sent us a quote here from somebody who basically said they just didn't really realize just the veteran population in this area and the amount of veterans really in need of these resources. So this is a big thing that you guys are emphasizing.
Right. The Military Share is a program that we are really proud of. We're proud to be able to serve those who have served us so unselfishly. And, I think there's a lot more need than we even recognize. And so rural hunger is an issue, not just in Pennsylvania, but across our whole country. And I believe that that is because access to food programs. So there may not be public transportation to be able to receive foods at our distributions. They have to get a car and they actually have to drive there. And so the rural disparity is actually something that we're trying to focus on right here in the Blair County area.
Yeah, you also sent me 4 pillars of empowering change. So I put a little graphic together. So first one, we got volunteer.
Right. We love volunteers at our pantries and at our hubs.
Yeah. Second one is advocate.
Absolutely. Understanding of who we're serving and what we're doing, that's really important to spread the word, because there's plenty of people out there who still need to know more.
Third is partner.
Absolutely. So we have these 1,100 soup kitchens, food pantries that are working to distribute food, and it's important if there's a need in your local area that a church maybe or a community group would step up and be able to help those who are hungry.
And then the final one is share.
Absolutely. Share. So share could mean a lot of things. Some people might not be able to volunteer, but they might be able to donate financially. And so we're able to serve more meals on $1, 4 meals on every dollar that is donated. And so share, it could be financially, it could be with your time, it could even be with your connections to the industry. You may know a manufacturer who might be looking to move some product that we could then take as a donation and redistribute throughout the territory.
'Tis the season of giving right now, of course, so these conversations kind of come up around this time of year, but there's a growing need for food all year round now.
There is, and we're actually at a level of need that has surpassed the need during COVID, and I think that's something that's important to know, is that there are demands being put on food banks, food pantries, soup kitchens to serve more people with less dollars at this point, because some of those funding sources from COVID have dried up. And so there's a lot of pressure, a lot of urgency to be able to do this work and to, again, ensure that no one's hungry.
Yeah, being told you guys help 1 in 9 adults, or 1 in 9 adults are facing food insecurity in this area, 1 in 6 children. So it's really, it's here, right? It's not just this thing that's floating up in the air. No, like this is an actual issue that you guys are addressing.
It absolutely is, and I think that we're doing it as effectively and efficiently as we can, but that is due to the support that we have. In Blair County, there's 23 of those partner agencies, soup kitchens and food pantries, and they are working every day to be able to distribute food to those who are in need.
Yeah, we have this map here showing some of the counties that you guys serve in our region, and that's another important thing, right? Because it's not only, you know, in Hollidaysburg or that surrounding area, but pretty much all across this area.
That's right. And so the mobile distributions I spoke of for Military Shares or Fresh Express, the goal of those is to put those in areas where we may not have access to a food pantry or a soup kitchen, so that the people in that community are able to receive services as well.
So yeah, I guess if people want to volunteer, what are some certain ways they can help you guys out?
So in our hubs, we have business and civic organizations who come and help to pack boxes. So we do try to focus on those healthy, fresh foods, but we do also do boxes of staple goods that families might be able to use throughout the month. And so at our hubs, you can volunteer to pack boxes for a couple of hours during any given week. You also can reach out to your local pantry and ask them what it is they need. Maybe they need volunteer hours during a distribution. Maybe they need a specific type of product that you could advocate within your community, your church, organizations to, maybe it's peanut butter, cereals, maybe it's other staple goods. And so there's a lot of ways to volunteer, and I think either reaching out to your local hub or your local food pantry, and they'll direct you to the best way that would serve them in their area.
So many different ways to help out, whether it's monetarily or going out and volunteering. Another thing you sort of hinted at is the nutritional aspect, right? This is another important thing too that you guys are really emphasizing as well, is, you know, not only providing these meals, providing this food, but keeping nutrition at the forefront as well.
Absolutely. So we have a program where we actually categorize all the foods that come in to our food bank as red, yellow, or green. And so a green food is something that we're encouraging our pantries to serve and have their families eat often. Yellow are foods that maybe have a little bit higher fat or sugar content, and you want to do them just sometimes. And then we have those really higher sugar, you know, it's not that we don't want anybody to be able to have a fun drink at the holiday or, you know, the desserts or the Christmas cookies, but those are foods that you would, you know, consume a little bit less often or more rarely. And so we're trying to do that education through those 1,100 partner agencies to those people that we're serving, so that they also understand what a healthy and nutritious plate or meal might look like.
It's all about balance, right? Especially around the holidays.
Absolutely.
So you got, yeah. So if people need help, maybe they need food assistance, maybe they want to volunteer, maybe they want to donate, how can they do so?
So we have a website, centralpafoodbank.org, and on there you can find the list of a map that we just showed, 1,100 partner agencies or mobile distribution. So if you're looking for assistance, there's also a hotline number on that as well. So if there's people in your community who are facing not having a meal today, each of our hubs can help them with some emergency food boxes to get them through the week until they can get to a pantry to receive services. So those are all on our website, and I think that's the best place to go because there's multiple resources there.
Right, and we've been covering their Healthy Hub on our news as well, so we're going to have plenty more information when it finally gets unveiled and things like that. We're really excited to have that hub here in the 814 now,
We're excited
Erica.
to be here.
Yes, thank you so much. We really appreciate it.